So, you've spent years doing all the right things, right? You've been diligent, you've saved, and you've built this really solid financial base. But now you're probably thinking, what's next? Well, today we're diving into that exact question. How do you shift gears from just saving money to making that money work smarter and a whole lot harder for your future? Okay, before we go any further, let's just get one thing straight. You have already done a lot of things right. Seriously, all those years of hard work, that discipline, especially in demanding fields like academia, it's paid off. The financial footing you have right now, that's proof. So we're starting this conversation from a place of real strength. And that's exactly where we need to begin, by acknowledging that strong foundation you've built. We're talking about the kind of assets that a dedicated professional, say an assistant professor working towards tenure, has carefully put together over the years. Now, this foundation, it's usually built on a few key pillars, right? You've got your savings accounts, you've been diligently putting money into retirement funds, maybe a 403b or TIAA-CRF. You might even have a university pension plan, and of course, Social Security to look forward to. Each one of those is a really valuable piece of your own financial puzzle. But here's the thing, having all the right puzzle pieces scattered on the table isn't the same as having the finished picture. And that brings us to this huge opportunity for optimization. The chance to take your finances from being just a collection of accounts to being a powerful, coordinated engine for creating income. And I want to be really clear about this. This is not about blowing everything up and starting from scratch. No way. This is about optimization. It's about taking the assets you already have and just making them work more efficiently, more intentionally for you. Let's look at the difference. Right now, you might be in what we'd call the current state. Your accounts are kind of in their own separate silos and everything feels like it's subject to the whims of the market. The goal is to get to the optimized state, where all your assets are working together in concert as part of a structured plan that's actually designed for a predictable outcome. That's where we want to go. So, how do we get there? How do we make that leap? Well, the core idea here is something called the repositioning strategy. It's a really logical, simple plan designed specifically for this kind of intentional growth. It really just boils down to a simple three-step process. First, we reposition a portion of the assets you already have. And notice, no new money is required here. We're just strategically reallocating. Second, we put those repositioned assets in a place where they can grow more efficiently with a clearer purpose. And finally, the whole point of this, we create a predictable, reliable stream of income for your future. Reposition, grow, create. It's that straightforward. And this right here leads us to the most exciting part of the entire process. We're fundamentally shifting our mindset from just having assets to actually generating income. This is where the real power of multiplication comes into play. For years, your focus has probably been on saving and building up that nest egg. And don't get me wrong, preserving that wealth is absolutely important, but it's not the end goal anymore. The new goal is to multiply its power, its utility. It's about taking that solid foundation you've built and turning it from a static number on a page into a dynamic engine that generates more for you. And that multiplication effect is what really secures your future. It just means that every single dollar you have is working harder for you. It's not just sitting there, it's actively generating the income that's going to support you and your goals for years and years to come. All of this leads us to what we call structured wealth. And it's a philosophy, really. It's this idea that the big number, the total amount you have, is actually less important than the architecture of your plan. What really matters is how your money is structured, how it's designed to grow, and how it's engineered to support your specific life. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet, is it? The real goal here, the true return on this kind of investment in your strategy, is achieving genuine financial clarity and control. This kind of strategy really delivers three incredibly powerful results. First, you get clarity. You stop guessing about what your financial future looks like. That clarity then builds confidence because you know you have an intelligent plan that's working for you. And when you have both clarity and confidence, well, you get the ultimate payoff, true peace of mind. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Right now, today, is your financial structure providing you with true peace of mind? If that answer is maybe, no, or I'm not sure, then perhaps it's time to start exploring that shift from simply saving to smart, structured growth. Thanks so much for tuning in.